Hey, we're here to talk about Chak De India. Now, for the longest time, I paraded around saying Chak De India is the greatest Indian movie I have ever seen. That is not true. There are much better movies I have seen since. But I did decide to rewatch Chak De India to see if it really deserved all the love I was giving it. No, it was an example of a movie which I'd watched as a kid and I loved it so much, and I was just blindly saying it's the best movie ever made. However, it's still a very solid film. So I am very debated. Like, I've never thought of it, obviously, but this is in contention for maybe one of the best Shah Rukh Khan performances ever, where Shah Rukh Khan shows actual acting. I don't mean just running around in the rain, the stuff which most people like about Shah Rukh Khan, which is just him being this, romantic hero or just the center of attention. I have a theory that whenever Shah Rukh Khan is not the protagonist, whenever he is not the main focus of the story, he thrives so well. I mean, another example I can think of is Dear Zindagi, which I made a review about a while ago. You can check that out. But I think this is another one of those movies where when you don't put Shah Rukh Khan in the spotlight, when he's not the center of attention of the movie, he just transforms into like a genuinely good actor, and it's so refreshing to watch because unfortunately, as the years have gone by, Shah Rukh Khan gives us less and less good performances. I mean, he has nothing to prove. He's the biggest superstar of Bollywood, but it's still disheartening to see. But anyway, coming back to the movie, what a fantastic film. I think the movie is almost perfect. I do think some of the characters did not get enough they did not get enough screen time to be fleshed out as much as some of the other girls. But it's a movie. I feel like a show based on this would be pretty fine. Actually, it wouldn't be that good because you could maybe give more character depth to more characters if you had a show made on it, right? But of course, this was made in like 2007, which shows were not even a thing in India back then, except for like the soap operas which our moms watch. But yeah, overall, I think Chak De India is a fantastic film about teamwork. I think the it's such a unique film too because it's about women's hockey, and even now, I would argue, as of recording this video, and by the time this comes out, it'll be like 2026. I would argue that hockey is still not given the kind of attention that other sports in our country gets, especially not women's hockey. So, for this movie to come out in 2007 and do that is actually fantastic. And to have a big name such as Shah Rukh Khan attached, I really hope back then when this movie came out, it boosted the viewership of Indian women's hockey because I feel like they deserve it, you know? Like, yeah, and it's just such a fantastic film. The film deals with, I mean, if you have a female centric film, you kind of have to deal with misogyny because unfortunately that just comes with the territory of being a woman, and I think the movie deals with that very well. I think the movie does a good job of having such a big name such as Shah Rukh Khan not be the center of attention. Like, yeah, sure, the plot starts off with him, but very soon it's not about him. Like, he plays a proper side character in the story, which I really like. The one thing the movie does suffer from is the lack of a main character. So that's the thing. Shah Rukh Khan is character is written well, has a good character arc, good emotional payoff for his character. He very much is written, and the whole arc is like a supporting character. Unfortunately, we don't have a main character. So I feel like many people kind of assume Shah Rukh Khan is the main character of the story, and of course, they promote it with him as the coach and everything. But you got to understand that's only because they did not have, and that's the unfortunate thing. Like, for me at least, the main character is the girls and the match itself, and I don't know how to explain it, but I think the movie does that really well. But for someone who doesn't watch a lot of movies, this would probably look like Shah Rukh Khan's story, and I think that's my only main complaint about the whole film, where because Shah Rukh Khan is definitely relegated to not being the main character, but because you don't have anyone else you are that invested to, or even shown that much backstory of, you kind of have to kind of consider Shah Rukh Khan as the character because he has a past, present, and future throughout this film. Whereas none of the other girls really get, like I said earlier, none of them get that much attention. Although they do get it pretty well, to the point where I'm happy that it's not all Shah Rukh. But I think the movie suffers mainly from that. And I'm also glad that they didn't hire like a very famous actress to be one of the girls, because then it would sort of be like she is the main character, right? But again, would that have been better than just having all of the attention on Shah Rukh's story? I'm not sure. Regardless, I still think it's a fantastic film. If I had to give it a rating, I would give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's a very good sports film. I think it's one of Shah Rukh Khan's best performances, and I think it's a movie which everyone should watch, especially if you're Indian, because, it's Chak De India, it's in the name. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this film. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one.